This is the most incredible magic trick in the world. An elderly man covers himself with a white cloth, stomps his right foot on the floor 3 times, and then, without any form of support, both the man and his chair float up into thin air. Even though Thomas is a professional magician, he cannot figure out how the trick works, and he believes he could make a fortune if he masters this technique. So Thomas begs the old man to sell him the secret to the trick, but the old man turns him down right away, explaining that he invented these magic tricks only to amuse his grandson and has no intention of sharing the methods with anyone else. Still, seeing how persistent Thomas is and that he has opened a fine bottle of wine for him, the old man decides to perform the trick for him one more time. He covers his head with the white cloth again, but then something unexpected happens in an instant. As the old man collapses to the ground, Thomas immediately grabs the chair, eager to study the mechanics behind it closely, only for the old man to stand back up. Seeing this, Thomas does not hesitate for a second. He shoves the old man against a guillotine prop, killing him. He then quickly finds the old man's notebook and takes all the magic secrets written in it for himself. 9 years pass in the blink of an eye, and Thomas has won countless awards and amassed a great deal of wealth with his levitation trick, becoming a famous figure in the magic world. One day, a reporter named Matt comes to interview Thomas. Matt reaches out to shake his hand as soon as they meet, but Thomas notices something is wrong. His ring is gone from his finger. As it turns out, Matt enjoys performing magic tricks too, though Thomas thinks they are nothing but cheap parlor tricks. Matt awkwardly hands the ring back to Thomas, and the interview begins. At the end of the interview, Matt asks what the secret behind the levitation trick really is, and Thomas naturally refuses to tell the truth. Knowing he will not get an answer from Thomas, Matt says he will perform a special magic trick for him before leaving. He asks Thomas to write down a set of numbers on a piece of paper, fold it up, and hold it in his hand. As soon as Thomas finishes, Matt's phone rings. He glances at the screen quickly, then tells Thomas to pick up a banana. Matt pulls a small knife out of his pocket, slices the banana in half to prove the knife is real, then uses the blade to cut his palm and smears the blood on the notebook. Miraculously, several numbers begin to appear on the paper, and they match exactly the numbers Thomas wrote down. Matt is thrilled that his trick worked, but Thomas tells him to go wash his hands first so he does not get his desk dirty, then immediately reveals how the trick was done. The pen Matt used has an electronic tracking device inside. When Thomas wrote the numbers, the movement of the pen tip sent the pattern to Matt's phone, and Matt checked his phone to see the numbers. Then, while Thomas was grabbing the banana, Matt used a candle to write the numbers on the paper. What's more, Matt faking cutting his palm was just an act. The knife was real at first, but he secretly swapped it for a prop knife, with the real one hidden in the inner pocket of his jacket. Matt feels deeply disappointed after his trick is exposed, but Thomas comforts him, saying the trick itself is clever and that he has done very well for a beginner. Matt says his grandfather taught him all of this, that his grandfather invented many amazing magic tricks and promised to pass down all the magic secrets he had spent his life studying when Matt turned 25. Unfortunately, his grandfather disappeared 9 years ago. On hearing this, Thomas's face turns pale at once. He suspects Matt is the old man's grandson, and to avoid more trouble, he quickly makes an excuse to end the interview, adding that he will give Matt a signed copy of his book. As Thomas goes to get the book, Matt rushes to the safe and types in the numbers Thomas wrote down as fast as he can, only to find they are not the safe's combination. To make matters worse, Thomas is already standing right behind him. As it turns out, Matt has long suspected Thomas of killing his grandfather because the last magic trick his grandfather invented before disappearing was none other than the levitation trick that made Thomas famous. He believes his grandfather's magic notebook is hidden in Thomas's safe, and that getting hold of it will give him the proof he needs that Thomas murdered his grandfather. What Thomas doesn't know is that everything unfolding today has all been calculated by Matt, and he will soon pay for what he did 9 years ago.